From CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. It's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Antonio Callaway on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Rudolph. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
That catch good for only a couple. There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. 5 catches, 53 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Goff throwing again. And brought in by the tight end Cook. That catch good for only a couple. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Able to get this to Gordon. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Throwing again is gone. And he's got a new one. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Now Gordon on 1st down. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Fred Warner in on the tackle.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain. How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Melvin Gordon.
Pick up a 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Melvin Gordon, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Rudolph looking to throw. Open man is born.
Rudolph's pass complete to Kendrick.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Rudolph. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
At their own.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Gordon. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon do it a variety of ways running the football. How about that last run? Had a little shake and bake to it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game. At that time, that was the NCAA rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then a week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 20.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. And his throw here's incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get this. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
And tatter, so sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now it's Rudolph off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Back to the air, Rudolph on 2nd down. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You don't see too many pass-catching fullbacks nowadays, partner. In fact, you don't see too many fullbacks, period.
Good news, though, he does have decent hands, and we saw it right there on display. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Denard brought him down. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the 21-yard line.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17, the 40, the 30. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks.
Makes the score Seahawks 10.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. And
seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Rudolph. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Open here is Allison. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and
throwing again on 2nd down. Rudolph toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
It's 3rd down and 3 yards.
Rudolph going to throw again. Open man is Allison, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
1st down, Rams.
Rudolph throwing again. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Rudolph off play action. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
First, incomplete.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
5 yards to go.
Back to the air, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Rudolph's pass intended for Hayden Hurst.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
10. Rams, nothing.
So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard.
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
At their own
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
to
Brandon Ayuk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
1st and 10. At their own 25.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
25, Melvin.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Jared Goff sacked by Bradley Chubb.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Ball carrier.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Rudolph on 1st down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Darius Slay on the coverage.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
The end of the third quarter.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 27. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Rudolph. That's caught over the middle by Hurst.
Rudolph's
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
a 21-yard attempt.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Goff. A slant to Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Taken down behind
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Goff. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Returnable here for Callaway. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
34-yard line.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And some room to work. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Play action. It's Rudolph. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To go.
To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And they will take a knee here. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they take a knee.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish.